The first question I'd love to ask you, obviously, Phrase is tooling, right, and is there to support processes. What do you think is the role of tooling in supporting the next million users growth?
I mean, the role of tooling, whether it's our use cases we've been talking about today or any kind of situation, you bring a tool to do things to have an advantage, to do it more quickly, to do it more cost effectively, to do it at better quality than you have previously. And those are the things that we focus on in our localization suite is to do the automation, to bring to bear the new tools that are coming to market in the AI spaces, and to automate the decision-making process so that you can focus on how you're going to get the million users as opposed to spending the bulk of your time on the operational activity of actually doing the localization to be able to reach these million users.
You mentioned AI. So obviously you're shipping LLM features that are involved in translation. Can you just spell out how you get from that operational advantage through to a commercial advantage that it could confer, that would actually help businesses reach their next million users? Is it a kind of zero-sum game with competitors that you're kind of outdoing them? What's the actual way that it would get you your next million users?
At the end of the day, it's about providing quality. AI is a major focus for our organization. We're ramping up our teams. We're ramping out the features that are being impacted by AI. But at the end of it, everything that goes in that's driven by AI is in some way trying to make the translations that are created better. Whether it's quality assurance testing that's being automated because LLMs are an interesting judge of translation quality. They can help raise red flags more effectively, or in some cases, they may do a slightly better job than traditional machine translation tools that have been previously brought to bear. And there are other use cases that our teams are investigating on where you use AI, LLM-driven AI particularly, that can assist professional translators to help them with their job, because the professional translators aren't going to go away. That's not going to happen, but they do need to scale. They need to have better tooling that helps them work faster, cost effectively, and provide better quality at the end of the day. So that's the focus. If you can provide those higher quality translations, then you can achieve some of the things that Alessandro was mentioning around that local touch, that local experience. Some of that comes through cultural knowledge of your professional translators, your reviewers, and your project designers. But if the language has a head start because of the tooling that's helping you, more is the better, the more that you're going to be able to achieve.
A lot of the time, particularly with sort of teams that have a formal localization department, I think the mindset is like, you're or they are hired in order to get a process ready for scale, and at some point we're gonna set the bonfire alight and do all of that growth, and we'll have a process that is scale ready. First of all, do you agree with that? But the real question is, what does a scale ready business look like to you? What does a business that is ready for huge growth look like?
From a localization perspective, I think that means that you know the process that you're going to execute. For one, you mentioned that. But you also understand the outcomes that you're expecting, and you know how to measure that effectively, and you can quickly identify exceptions. You have this wonderfully designed process. I've been delivering technology solutions for almost 30 years now. You sit down, you have a wonderfully designed process. It looks great on paper. You start to do it in real life, the world comes to get you very quickly. There are going to be exceptions. So being able to manage those exceptions, understand that they're going to happen, and have a plan for addressing that. Some of those exceptions can be through automation, but being able to identify these are the ones where we have to have human intervention, and how are we going to keep humans in the loop, not only for handling problems that come up, but also assuring that quality stays at or improves, preferably over time as we're using these tools.